What's up, everybody? Hope I hit you with the bow real hard right there and it got your attention. Just smash that like button. That's what the stupid YouTubers say. So what is up, everybody? Good to see you. Welcome back. Thursday, December 14th. Crypto After Dark with the 786 Assassins. Man, we're creeping a little closer to the end of the year. What a quarter four it has been. We're running out of time here. Let's talk about it. Crypto After Dark for everybody who hangs out here. I appreciate it every single time you guys are here. We always do this late. It's adult hours. Why do we do adult hours? Because this is the adult stream and we don't got kids here. No degenerates, straight charts, straight facts. Homie, if you haven't done so, please go hit like. It's free, costs nada to hit the like button. While you're there, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss these streams. Many people ask me, when's the next live stream? What time's the live stream? Hey, when's the live stream? Hit like, hit the notification bell, and you won't miss any of those live streams. It will automatically tell you on your mobile device or your computer that you want to use. So, listen, I have a massive list to go over tonight on the live stream. But first, I said I would do this. Jared G in Discord told his buddy about the live stream tonight. Told him to come hang out and listen and check it out. What's up, Jared's friend? I don't know who you are, but I hope you're watching this. And if you're not, why the hell aren't you watching this? Grow up, man. It's the grown-up hours. Let's get with it. So I'm going to say hey to people first before we get to this list because I'm going to go through the FOMC information that I think is prudent. Then we'll bust through all these charts. Then we'll try to go over everything else. I already have a massive list of charts. Also got some new whiskey. I'm going to fire that up in a little bit here too, but let me say hey to everybody first. What's up? Good to see you, Ron Poteet. He says, hopefully I'll still be awake for the stream. Like asleep, I fully get it, brother. Glad you're here. Mr. XRF, what's up, brother? Musa, dropping in for a like. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Yeah, I haven't done anything on the ledger yet, so the whole mess going on. Lunatic Prophet, good to see you, bud. That's cab driver, not Xavier. Chestnut Checkers, good to see you, brother. Good to see you back on here. Jeremy Monroe, Jeremy D, what's up? Educated Dummy, Crypto Enthusiast. Existence, good to see you, brother. Bourbon in hand, let's go, dude. Jag, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Nothing Goes Here, Corey, what's up? Tex, Farood, Juan Pablo, what's up, brother? Good to see you. I already got a massive list. I'll try to fit more in if I can. Tario, good to see you. What's up, brother? Good to see you, Avatar. Burner, Jeremy Monroe. Miss Ariana, how are you? Distinctive Shine, good to see you back on. Cody Kensel, good to see you, brother. Bullish CEO, wow, good to see you. OG, brother, good to see the OGs. Sir Sigma, what's up over there in Tennessee? What's up, brother? Good to see you. Jared Gonzalez, my cousin Jeremy, what's up? Ray, boy, Ray TA up early over there in the Netherlands. Good to see you, brother. Cryptos 11, I'm sorry. Good to see you. Yeah, bro, I just trimmed a little bit. I look a little less homeless than I did, right? I got to keep it big because I'm heading up to Canada, up there to Buffalo soon, and Nick's supposed to hook me up, so he'll probably screw it up on purpose just to fuck with me. We'll see. JP, what's up? Good to see you, brother. MC, Brady Love. Rob, what's up, Rob? Good to see you. Not that Rob. That's a different Rob. Kaizen, what's up? Golden Tall Man, what's up, brother? Good to see you. You don't gotta donate any money. I'm gonna drink whiskey no matter what. All right. Dan Arlo, brother, what's up? When running fibs, should I be in log mode or linear? The fibs get drastically different. We will talk specifically about this because I hate misinformation. We'll talk specifically about fibs here in a second, okay? Electric Ken, what's up, Ken? Good to see you, brother. OG, Dreamer, what's up? Greek Power, is that a new name? Good to see you. Jared Gonzalez. All right, Netherlands like 5 a.m. Yeah, bro is up early. All right. FOMC news. What does it matter? What's the big deal? I showed you the thumbnail, which was essentially the government telling us that they were going to lower rates going forward. What does that mean for us? Well, the fact that the government is lowering rates going forward is not bearish. It's in fact long-term bullish. Why is that? Well, essentially, I want you to understand risk versus reward a little bit here, okay? Don't think of yourself, think of the big dogs. A lot of times, most billionaires when they make a profit, they don't immediately reinvest that profit. Usually they take a fraction or a portion of that and they take that money and move it into something safer that earns some sort of passive income for a long period of time. That could be an ETF, a bond, whatever. Specifically, bonds are important. All right. 5-year and 1-year bonds are starting their rollover process right now. I'm going to put this on split screen here so we can see it. O5Y. The ticker is USO5Y for 5-year bonds. And it's the same for 1-year bonds, USO1. USO1Y. What's this matter? What's important about this? Well, when looking at this, this helps us see. I'll put this in weekly so we can see on the weekly. See, it's going to be a big chart. You need to see it all. Essentially, bonds are a less risky way to make money. If you trust that the government will be around for a year or 5 years, either one, you're trusting that you're going to get paid a certain percentage all those years until that bond matures, and then you can cash that bond out. You get your percentage plus your money back that you started with, okay? That's the way a government treasury bond works, all right? I have 1 year on the right, 5-year on the left. What's really interesting is historically when these bonds roll over and they are less risky, when these bonds roll over and start going back down, you typically see the opposite with equities and risky assets like crypto that we're in right now, okay? It's very important to understand this because this is going to matter. These bonds are starting to roll over, as you can see on the chart, all right? Look back in history of when this happened. Bonds went down. Bonds went down in 2007, 8, 9, 10. Then at the bottom, they started coming back up. We had a period where equities went up and then kind of went sideways and slowed down a little bit. Then bam, equities fell off the roof onto the concrete right here on the way down during C19. I won't say the name, the flu. All right. Once that happened and all of that money escaped from the market, look at the dates on that, by the way. See the dates on that? February 20, October 20, money started being printed. The government gave out money. When they gave out that money, all of it got spent and they started putting money into ways to make money. Well, that was bonds. Problem is when money goes in bonds, it doesn't go into risky assets. So here we are watching the charts, seeing them start to roll over and play dead a little bit on these bonds shows us that money may start coming into risk assets again, little by little. Looking at the 1-year bonds, big run up. And if we just historically look back a little bit, look at that. After your big run up, you have a rollover. Big run up, you have a rollover. Big run up, you have a rollover. Big run up. Guess what, everyone? That's clearly losing trend. That's clearly going to roll over. How far? Not important. What's important is the money is coming from risk assets that were not so risky, like a bond, into risk assets that are very risky, like tech stocks, equities, the NASDAQ 500, the S&P 5, the NASDAQ 100, the S&P 500, the US 30, Dow Jones, crypto, specifically Bitcoin, that's about to have ETFs approved, whether that's in January or later, doesn't matter to me. Those ETFs are going to get approved, and you know it just as well as I know it, okay? Only a matter of time before that happens. So what does all this mean? It means that we're going to see a massive influx of money from non-risky assets into risky assets. And that might not all happen at once. All right. Please understand that charts have to retrace. And at some point, we're going to get a retrace in here. All right. That's just the way this works. Nothing goes up forever. All right. So if that's the case, we know a retrace is coming. Don't panic and don't freak out. If the charts tell you to sell and it's time to take some profits, by God, be the first one to do it, not the last one to do it. All right. I can't tell you how important it is to be the first person to get the profits, not the last. Everyone who's still been around learned that lesson last time when they didn't listen, when we all were screaming, take profits over here. Well, you're going to get a chance to do that in a couple of years. The federal government raises rates and charts go down. The federal government reduces rates and charts go up in time. It doesn't happen immediately. It takes a little bit of time to get going, but it does happen. The whole world, investment world, watches this because that is the crutch of economics. All right. When the government starts tinkering with the money, that starts messing with the economics. It starts messing with the balance sheet, the math, everything else. So they're going to start tinkering again here next year. They've already told us what they want. They want it to be at least 4.5%, maybe even 3.5% next year. And they want at least 3.5%, maybe 2.5% in 2025, 2026. They just told you how long the bull market's going to last. They just told you what they were going to do. Please be the person to take advantage of it. All right. That's federal rates all wrapped up into a little ball. There's more to it than that. It gets very complicated. I don't need to explain all the ins and outs for you to understand that when those bonds roll over, they quit. What does that matter for crypto? Well, let's have a look at the charts. We've already had a pretty darn good pre-bull run up, just like you see here. Okay. Back in 2019, same thing happened, didn't it? Which was just happened to be 4 years ago, mathematically sequenced. 4 years ago, we had a pretty darn good run up to the bull market. Had a question about Fibonacci retracement. So let's talk about Fibonacci retracement. If your chart is in log mode, your fibs need to be in log mode. I don't care what some fancy YouTuber told you needs to be done because he doesn't like it that way. All right. I don't care. You're never going to see me wear a hat with a certain crypto on it. You're never going to see me going to the moon in a little cartoon. Not going to happen. All right. I'm going to give it straight to you. I don't love any of these assets. They're here to make me money. I don't believe one is going to be the next digital world currency. I don't believe any of that shit. All right. Not going to happen. I'm here to make money. That's it. So I'm not going to give you sideways crap on this chart. I'm going to just be straight with you. When it comes to TA, if you're in linear mode, your fibs should be in linear mode. If you're in log mode, your fibs should be in log mode. When does linear mode work best? In my opinion, when it's a massive chart that is decades and decades old, or when you're looking at a very, very small chart on a very low time frame. That's when I like linear. I like log mode for everything else. All right, it's just the way it is. You'll see my fibs in log mode here as I pull them. Starting back in 2018, 2017, the top, whatever that was, roughly $20,000, that was the top, yep. We can pull this down to our entire bull market, our 4-year cycle, 18, 19, 20, 21, that's 4 years, all right? We see we went up to 1618. Before that, we went up to 786, which was right here. Let me zoom in a little bit here so the blinds can see it like myself. Matter of fact, let me get my glasses before I start having eye contusions. That's a bruise. All right, so back in 2019, we ran all the way up pre-bull market to the 786 level, gave it a kiss, and then rolled back over after that, basically back down to the 50 fib or the 382 fib. Fast forward to where we are now, pre-bull market, run up. We are just shy of that Sniper's Alley level again, aren't we? Just shy of it, all right? Do we have to get up that Sniper's Alley level? No, we don't, all right? I've pulled this fib in the same distance that I pulled this one 4 years, all right? Can you understand that? 22, 23, 24, 25, all right? That's 4 years. Into 2025 is when this fib stops. That's when I expect the bull market to be slowing down or be over, all right? Thereabouts that time. All right, so do we get all the way up to the 786 level? Debatable. Not my point. The point is, once we get up here in log mode, you're typically going to see some sort of retracement, and that's okay. It's fine. You can't only have green. It's perfectly okay. Give that 786 level a kiss at around 50,000. Man, that would be amazing. We get up there and give that 50,000 level a kiss. Oh, I'm going to love it. Hold on. He said, Keith is using a filter, bro. Stupid, dude. Why is Keith so dark? It feels racist. Here, let me turn the light up. I keep this light kind of turned down because it, there you go. Is that better? Now I'm whiter. There you go. I have the lights off in here. Just trying to help my eyes. I want to see that 50,000 level get kissed. If it does, I do not expect all-time high this year. Honestly, don't have to have all-time high next year. It would be nice, but I don't expect it. If it happens, it's great. I think it probably will, but not important. I do think we get up here to this 786 level and probably slow down in here somewhere and take a breather. I don't know that we come all the way back down to this 50 level like you saw in 2019. Seems a bit dramatic to me, especially if we have ETFs coming and all that other crap. All right. I would expect there's more money infused. And if that's the case, come up here and hang out right about this level we're at now, 50 to 40,000. And off we go. I think that probably happens by the end of the year. We'll see. All right. That's more so the point that I'm trying to convey. It doesn't happen immediately, but it does pivot the entire market from shorts to longs. That's the way this works. You are not in charge. Take what you are given. If you are given longs, take longs. If you are given shorts, take shorts. That's how it works. Don't think that you're in control. You will absolutely lose your ass and not have any money left if you try to be the person who thinks they're in control. All right. Oh, shit. Chad hit me with Pepe. All right. I'm going to start going through this massive list that I've got. I'm going to try to go in the order they were requested. Let me get a whiskey first. I got some new shit that I want to pop open. What's up, Nick? Good to see you, brother. Why are you trying to look Puerto Rican? That feels racist. All right, I got a chaser here because I got to make it back to school in the morning. So I got some people over here in South Carolina that make some pretty good stuff. And this is from a local distillery. This is 6 and 20 Carolina cream rum with natural cream flavor and bourbon whiskey. We have a whiskey club that we're going to be starting. Let me pop this cork real quick. Dude, that cork is tight. All right. We got a whiskey club that we're starting in the Discord over there. Anyone who's not in our Discord, feel free to jump on in. It's pretty easy. WAP.com/team786. You can come over there and hang out with us in the Discord and chop it up and talk about whiskey. But I got some stuff to do it with, which is this South Carolina Select Makers. Look at that. How cool is that? It's a South Carolina profile. So that'll be my contribution to the whiskey channel. Now let me get something mixed up here. And then we're going to cut loose on these charts. And I know it seems like I'm taking forever. Well, guess what, folks? I rush around a lot. Oh, shit, I dropped the cork. I don't know where the hell it went. There it is. Found it. I rush around a lot, and I come on here for my therapy sessions, y'all. This is how I get therapy. Let's throw in a little bonded, JD bonded. Now we're partying. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now the grown-ups are out. Cheers, everybody. Let's have a drink and crack into some charts. Oh, my good Lord. Ha! Let's go. I'm going to be in trouble tomorrow. Let's start out with CRO. That was the first one that was requested. All right. I actually bought and sold CRO already. I didn't expect things to work out as well as I did. And some of these, I hated to give up my great buy line. Look at that buy line that I had on that. I literally bought absolutely at the bottom. I hated to give up the buy line on some of these. What happened is 100 people on. That's awesome. Y'all go hit like. 65 people on. I'm sorry, 100 people on, 65 likes. Wrong button. Go hit like. It's free. By the way, if you hang out here long enough, I fixed my sound machine. You made money. You made money. All right. I'd hated to give up this position, but looking back at the chart, I felt like there was more resistance and a little bit less gains than what I bought with the money. I took this money and I rolled that over into Velo. Velo has a lot more gain potential. And while it might not come when I want it to, because this is more of a mid cap to a high cap, CRO is, Velo is more of a low cap. And while that may take a little bit longer for it to happen, I felt like that was a better risk reward for me. That's why I went ahead and took profits on this and rolled it into something else. But that being said, she's still in an uptrend, still humming along pretty well. If we throw on some basic indicators here, we can put our 821 EMA up there. Let me select a thinner line. That's a very thick line, thick boy line. I like a thinner line there. And these days, as I'm wearing these glasses now, I can see a little bit better. So we're still hanging out with the 821 here, making a bit of a bull flag. So long as this is an uptrend, it's all right. If I see this thing fail this 821 and fail this 50-day moving average, that spells trouble for me, but everything's still plugging along, doing pretty well. So I'm not too worried about that one. I'm going to jump over to my actual current positions now, and I'm going to use these charts because I have a lot of these that you guys have requested already on here, and it's just easier for me to pull them up. Rio, I left the trading view zoomed in so everyone can see it a little bit better too. It's super humongous in front of me right now because I got all these screens in here. But Rio, making a bull flag up high right here. It's already cleared the lows that the chart shows on Mexi. I think Rio's got more history than this. It's not the super important point right now. More so, it's this bull flag that is chopping out. It hasn't broken out in either direction, but it is over the 821 EMA. I'm a little worried about this one because it went so far, so fast. I want to see a break in either direction out of this bull flag before I make a play. If it breaks south, I'm in this one, right? I bought down at the bottom. I'm in this one. I could sell it. I don't really want to get rid of it until it breaks the 50-day moving average, though. I might scale out some, take some profits, and not sell it all unless I see it break that 50. But right now, technically, it's still all right. Arbitrum. Oh, this heifer. She won't make her mind up. It keeps coming and going and going and coming. And I mean, I'm clear in my buys, right? Like they're way low. But damn, it just won't get off the pine and run. It's close. It's close. One could argue that we have an inverse head and shoulders here. And I know there's a lot going on. Let me pull these fibs off so it's a little easier to see. You could argue that there's an inverse head and shoulders here. And I would hear that argument and say, you're probably correct. I want to see it break through and get up here and back test and run for that to show me that it's actually an inverse of head and shoulders. It's very close. It's not quite there yet. I need to see a little bit more. Give me some pepper. Get moving. I compare this chart a lot of times to pickle juice chaser. No pickle juice, sir. I compare these charts a lot of times to like Arbitrum, for instance, to FTM and Avax when they first came out, because the chart has a similar structure if you look at a fractal from a fractal perspective. I don't like fractals, but you can't deny that they look pretty darn similar. All right. And in fact, all alts look pretty similar. I don't hate Arbitrum here. I'm in it. I haven't sold it. It's still above trend. I can't say no to it, but gosh, it's killing me that it's taken so long. So there may be a better option somewhere else. I don't hate it if you wanted to move on from it. WTK. WTK is one that I've already taken profits on and used it to flip. I know this has a cult following, and it's part of the reason I just kind of got my money and left. I don't do the cults. So I like the flag up here, but warning, it's under the 50-day moving average. So for me, until this one improves a little bit more, it's a no. I need to see a little bit more improvement, and then we can talk about it. UOS, which I've not looked at in a long time. It's called Ultra. All right. Nice move here. This thing is clearly parabolic, stretching its legs a little bit here. It looks like a lot of others that you'll see tonight. Let's throw some pivots up there. It's above every pivot on the daily, which means it's probably going to hang out here and wait and not go wild. 66 cents on the next pivot. That's going to come down to more around 47 to 45 cents. That would be the hard cap right in there from 40 to 45 cents is where I think Ultra might go before it, kind of hits the brakes pretty hard. But right now it looks fine. I mean, that's clearly parabolic, clearly running through the ranks and clearly moving up north. Can't hate it. Space. All right. Space. Micro vision chain. Yeah, we've done this one before. Oh yeah. We got drawings on it. Cool. So clear uptrend. Cannot deny. No sense in pulling fibs on this. We don't have enough data. Plus it already hit the 1618. See that right there? These are our take profit fibs, 1618, 1414, and 1272. Those levels on a daily chart are our take profit fibs for our daily charts where we do most of our buys and sales. And then you can also pull them in weekly for a more macro view, which is what you saw on the Bitcoin chart when we first started, right? That was a more macro, broad view. On this one, though, you don't have very much candles. You don't have very much data. Now that this thing is broken all-time highs and gone into price discovery, like you can see, it's clearly over the old all-time high. It could make a new high, but this is price discovery. You don't run away from these until they fail your indicators and your trend. And this hasn't done that yet. All right. I would fully bail on this if it broke that 50-day moving average because it's been under it before, as you see back here. That yellow line right there is the 50-day moving average. As long as it's under that, it's kind of a risky proposition, so to speak. Over it, well, you're good. You're titties. But until it gets over it, be careful. And this one kind of going sideways, but not too bad. Hasn't failed yet, you know what I'm saying? Astar. I believe this one took a big put. No, this is not it. That's a different chart. All right. Looky there. That's a nice rounded bottom. That's what she said. That's what he told her. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get to all of them, Corey, but I'll try because I have a massive list of coins here. Let's see. Finna bought some Velo. That's pretty good. Mine is Johnny Walker Blue. Okay. All right. I'm just on my JD bonded with my 6 and 20 Carolina cream here. Pretty tickled about it. Let me get another drink. This shit's good, y'all. Oh, man. That's trouble, dude. That's trouble. Bro, you drink that. That will put you in a mind space right there. Nice round bottom on Astar. Huh. Yeah, nice round bottom there. So, big effing deal. Let's let it rip. I don't know if my sound effects are working or not. I think it didn't work, but maybe it did. Maybe my laugh sound effect worked. Let me know if the laugh sound effect worked. I don't think it did. I'm not sure. I reset the machine, and I think it was working in my headphones earlier. So, we'll see. This is getting stuck at that level right here that I'd like to see it crack, where it kind of starts testing these highs and not necessarily sweeping the high, which means getting to the previous high. That's a weekly. It's already ran pretty darn hard on the weekly. You know what? I think it's probably clear because it's made a new recent high and kind of back testing it a little bit. If this doesn't hold this high, it's likely to fail the 821 EMA. And if it does, that might be bail time. Okay, good. You got the golf clap. Good. Yeah. Yeah, this one will be a little tricky, but if it fails at, this one's kind of similar. If it fails at 50, I'm bailing because it's, I mean, these low caps, you got to be careful with. It's got me thinking. Yeah, it's got me thinking. This not bad. Just be careful. Just be careful. Let me make a note. All right, Avax. This one's much talked about because, boy, did it have a week. Look at the run that this heifer made. If you see this on my chart, you see these little money bags right here? If you see the little money bags on my charts, that tells you how many X's I've made on that particular asset. For Avax, I'm up 300%. I could have put all my money in, just Avax, and made 300%. Is that the smart thing to do? No, it's not. I've diversified, so I have some money in Avax. The good news is the 1.5% of my portfolio that was in Avax is now worth 3 times as much. I could take profits on this and move that into something else, but looking out on the macro here, which people say that chart guys don't do, which is totally incorrect. We've broken the big downtrend that stretches all the way out to the end of 2025. Same thing I pulled on the other fibs. We've broken that macro. Now, obviously, this monthly movements here, this can't keep up. This is an insane movement for the monthly charts. It's likely that this thing back tests $35 at some point. All right. If that's the case, it's clear to go to $50 because if you look a little closer here, there's really no resistance here to stop this thing from going higher. All right. There's not much resistance right here to make it hit the pause button. So once it continues and catches its breath just a little bit, and it's going to make a run to 60 to 50. It's going to make a run between 50 and $65 here. It's almost a lock. All right. I think Avax breaks all-time high eventually. Only a matter of time. When you see them run up this hard pre-bull, they're probably going to catch support, especially if they get over the previous high, which was back here in April, the spring of April this year. If they get over that, that's typically a sign that they're going to go up to all-time high or higher. And that's all the way up to 149. Dude, we're at $30 right now. Do the math. That's at least 5x from where you're at. Not bad. All right. So that tells you how many more multiples this thing's got. I don't think it's going to have to catch its breath, but I don't think it's seen the finish line. Not even close. Nice rug. Let's see. All right. So render. Let's jump over that one. All right. This is my actual buys and sells. If you see it on there, that's it. I'm up 100% on render. That's all. I waited a little late here, and I took profits because I needed it to buy something else, and it worked out. So she's already cracked through Sniper's Alley. How about that? This is one of the few charts that are older with a high cap that have gotten through Sniper's Alley. It's very impressive, okay? Now that it's gotten through, it's approaching the 886 level here, which is the top of Sniper's Alley. In between 786 and 886 is Sniper's Alley. What is Sniper's Alley? Well, that's the area of the chart where you better watch out. Because if you play a video game where you have a first-person shooter, you don't just run through Sniper's Alley. You typically wait, and you're methodical, and you think about it, all right? And there's a chance if you run out there, you get murked. So it's possible this chops up right here and gets his headshot right here at the top. We'll see. It's been really, really nice so far, though. One of the top performers, honestly. And I don't mean of the shitters, because it's not a shitter. All right. I don't mean that. Those are up 80,000% or whatever. I'm talking about a top cap, right? Now, can this come down? Yes, it can. This thing is screaming overbought, three times overbought, and it's working on the fourth. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of free to move a little bit here because there's not a ton of resistance back here. Not a ton of chop, but there is some. I'm a little pressed, but I do think it'll get caught by $5.50. That's probably the level where it slows down, but it hasn't slowed down yet. Colt. All right. I'm going to get to Pepe right here in a second. He said, sorry, Merc, we love you. All right, Colt. Man, this thing has took a beating. I don't think this is the oldest chart either. Oh, it's a Dow. That explains it. All right, so let's just start there and pull back. That probably goes farther. This is stuck under the 236. I try not to mess with any Dows because, man, it's so degenerate, dude. But can't deny it, right? Gotta own it. Still chopping towards 236. Not bad. It already hit it one time. Going to be tough for these low cap alts to bust through the 236 fib, though. We've seen this across the board. 236 fib and a 382 fib, for that matter. You can see right here, this is clear resistance. The accuracy of fibs cannot be understated. It's clear that it's going to have a hard time busting through this 236 level, which is a whole bunch of zeros, 3052. I don't know how many zeros that is. I can't see that great. That's a lot of zeros. Not bad, though. Okay, it's not a sale. It's still in the uptrend. It's still doing its thing. Until this thing fails this green line over here and breaks the trend, I wouldn't run away. There's a possibility that she keeps on going. Nexa. We talked about this one before, and I didn't buy it. Probably should have. Look, that's doing really well. Let me see if I can find a bigger chart with more data about MEXC. There's a little bit more data on the MEXC chart. All right, she had a pretty dramatic run here. Oh, didn't mean to do that. She had a pretty dramatic run all at once, actually, which is better than average. Some of these just haven't moved off the floor, and this one's doing pretty darn well for what it is, right? Got this move here, still hanging on to the trend. By the hair of its chin, it's still hanging on here. It could fail. If this breaks that green line and fails that 50-day moving average right there, time to go. Right now, it did fail the 821, so it's not a horrible idea to be the guy who takes a little bit of profits in there. Not financial advice. Do your own thing. It's my money that I'm talking about here, not yours. Please do your own thing with your own money. A0. I spelled that wrong, but it's popping up the right thing anyway. USDT. All right. Now, A0 running like a chicken with its head cut off. It's already up there to the golden pocket, threatening to break 786. I think this one likely breaks its former all-time high, which was back here. I think there may be more data than this somewhere. probably is. Not the point. I think it breaks this local high that it made in April some point. And when it breaks that local high, it's likely to run up here toward this $3.50 mark, which is about 200%, 150%. You'll find that there's probably better gains somewhere else. I'd like to see it over top of this spring area like you saw on Avax, where it was way over this. Shows you that this one's kind of behind on the baton pass as far as like Avax and Solana go, right? Those are far ahead where you're seeing some of these are a little bit more behind, but this isn't a sale. It just shot up a big green candle yesterday, likely to retrace a little bit and needs to maintain these highs that it made and broke right over here that were at $1.45. It's $1.46 now, so it's right there, right? Let's mark that one out. Bundles bets. How about we pull that up right here? Bundles bets. All right. So as she shot up, as bundle bets shot up, ran up to the 618 fib, chopped out, bounced off the previous fib, and then shot up. This is right in where I bought. All right. Now I've added more buys since then. I took profits and rebought actually a little bit. So she's ran all the way up to the first take profit fib, and this is really tiny, and I'm sorry, but it's Dex Screener because the data is a little easier to read on Dex Screener, believe it or not. So while the data is on TradingView, it's a little easier to see over here. $18 is the 1272 here. I'll call it out so you can see it. I like the bull flag that it's kind of making up here. I'm okay with this so long as it stays in it and keeps going. You could argue that it's a widening wedge also, which typically breaks, but I'm not a mind reader or a genie in the bottle type person. I like to play it straight. So far, it's still over the 821 EMA. It's still over the 50-day moving average. It has chopped back and forth a little bit and kind of crossed under and back over, back and forth. Market cap is still very small on this. I know it says it's $8 million. I'm told by people who are important that it's actually less than that. All right. It's actually only around $2 to $2.5 million market cap, which means it's an extremely low cap, which means it'll have odd buys and odd sales, and you'll see a little bit of wonkiness on the chart. But I still like this upper level of 26 bucks and around $45 to the upper extensions here in time. And they might not get there like right now, snap in a hurry, but I do think they'll get there. You're about to see big things from this. I would keep an eye on it. I'll be open and tell you it's one of my larger positions. I'm not afraid to say that. If I think the chart's going down, I'm going to sell some. That's the way it works. But I don't see that right now. What I see is a bull flag up high. And as long as this keeps chopping out the way it is, there's more chance of it going up to a new all-time high than there is of it going down and acting like a crazy person. I'm here for it, all right? I'm here for it. He said 112 viewers, bull run confirmed, bro. Let's go. Yeah, last cycle was snipped. You're damn right it was, CEO. You got it, bro. Danny Deep Pockets, good to see you. Scoopity Poop, bro. What's up, dude? What do I think's a good buy that'll have price discovery? Oh man, that's tough. It's hard to say which ones I think are gonna break all-time highs. I think probably probably Avax. I don't know if FTM does it. Matic will probably do it. Quant will probably do it. And some others. We'll see. That's tough to say, man. I'm hopeful that everything does. I don't bet on that, though. All right. Let's go over some other ones that I haven't looked at yet that are asked often. Velo. I'm going to pull up. Those are my actual buys, but I got a cleaner chart here on KuCoin. So, very tight to the trend here. All right. Over the 50-day moving average, 821 downward cross is happening. So I could bail on this, but I'm kind of looking at this for more of a weekly perspective. As long as it's over the 50, I'm okay here. If it starts going crazy and wonky and failing, it's going to give me cold feet probably. But I still have, turn on the 100 and the 200. All the moving averages are under the price. So the downside is much, much lower than the upside is higher. The downside here is minimal, where the upside is very, very high. That makes me not want to worry about it so much. All right. That's why I haven't too much thought about it. And I moved this over to the kind of forget about it pile. it's not even close to the 236 fib that you saw some of the other ones we've already looked at be over. Because of this, and it's lagging behind, it likely might take a while, and that's okay with me. I'm not the end of the world. I'm here to let it ride. I'm not going to freak out about it. The next resistance, once it gets past the 236, is all the way up here at, almost 2 cents, and we're at a fraction of 1 cent right now. That's really good gains. It's almost 600% from where we're at, almost 700% from where we're at to the next resistance level. So once this thing finally breaks loose, should move all right. No guarantees here, right? If it doesn't play out and I see better opportunities, I may move on. I don't want to do that, but we'll see. All right. Some of these I like to just kind of stick in the side, not think about it anymore. Just put them over there on the edge of the table and leave them alone. That's this one. All right. Demetra. I had a couple people clue me in on this and I forgot about it. Then I had someone else clue me in on it on Twitter. I forget who it was. Thank you, whoever it was. Got me on the back thinking what I was doing. I like the support on this one, and here's why. Look a little closer here. This is a weekly chart. That's the 821 EMA on the weekly and the 50 weekly moving average in yellow. All of those are under the price on the weekly chart. This one's a mid to low cap, meaning it's got plenty of room to have money injected to it and the charts to go up. Same thing here where you're over all the moving averages. Even if this just goes sideways, it's better than down to me. I'll let it ride. I think it is forming a bit of a bull flag here. All right. And I think it will chop out, make a move. Just got to wait on it. It already did get close to the 382. As you see, this is well over the 236, where Velo was still way down here. All right. And obviously, Demetra's way higher. So that gives me a little bit of hope that things play out. Pepe. All right. This one kind of got forgot about after all this new crap that's going on. Let me take these moving averages off. So same story here that you saw in Arbitrum is with Pepe, right? Where it's got this really interesting head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders formation happening. Clean cut neckline, hasn't broke yet. What I'd like to see happen is this thing break the neckline, think about it, and then crack north. That would be perfect. That would be the ideal scenario for an inverse head and shoulders to be perfectly played out. Now, where would that end up at? Probably near all-time high, which is a whole bunch of zeros, 365, 132. What the hell ever number that is. That's a big number. But that's looks like 200 or 300% higher from where we're at right now. 165%. I was close. Completely off. 150%. Call it that. That will break, and this likely will run up there. The question is, do you want to put money in this, or do you want to find something else that might have more potential gains? It's a tough call. You can't buy everything. It's impossible. I do see this thing trending up, and as long as it's trending up, I hate to tell you no, because it just keeps on going. Amp. Here's one that we don't talk about a lot. Amp, it's on Coinbase. It's on a lot of exchanges. And because of that, part of the reason I bought it. Because it had, plenty of places to buy it. Let me pull up my actual buy line here. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. There you go. That's where I actually bought, way down there. No bullshit. My portfolio is pinned in the unlimited chat in our Discord for everyone to see. I update it usually every day, not always, but at least once a week. Over the 236 fib, this is a one bagger for me. As you see, that's a one bagger. We're good to go. I'm 100% up. I could take all my money and not even think about it, which I have done on some others. As long as it's over this 236, I'm okay. It may chop sideways and catch its breath before it makes another run. That would be the new year when that happens, because January starts right about where my cursor is right here. And you see we're getting pretty darn close to January. All right. Give it time. Give it time. If it fails, that's going to be bad. That would bring it back down under the 236, and I would bail and rebuy at that point, buying lower. That would increase my position size without any extra dollars. But at the moment, she's still chugging along. It looks pretty darn good. Acro. We haven't talked about this one in a long time. Shout out to a couple people who brought it to my attention that I forgot about. So, Acro technically still in an uptrend, even though it looks really wild. It's very volatile. It's stuck in range between 236 and 382 here, which is 008, 009, almost 1 cent. And the bottom of that range is a half a cent. So that's a 50% swing. So this thing's very, very volatile. It has good gains from here to 786, 700%. So even if you just sat on this one, you're probably going to make a 7x out of it, at least a 5x, which is pretty darn good. I'm not in this one, but I've considered it because of the gains. And I like the volatility. When you see this kind of volatility, it usually means there's going to be good buyers along the road here. Just hasn't quite got there yet. This one was requested by Charles. Hua. Chihuahua. What the hell am I looking at? But look at it go. All right. So it shot up a clean big run here. Can't deny it. I don't know if we technically have to call it a dog coin because it's a dog. It's just the smallest dog. It would have been funny if it was Chihuahua Inu. That would have been funny. Watch somebody make a token called Chihuahua Inu now that I said that. So I like the bull flag that it's forming right here up high. And I zoom out a lot of times on purpose because I want you guys to see the bigger picture, all right? But this is making a bull flag. We want to see a break north. It's got to make a new high, and it hasn't done it right there. That's got to make a new high for that to be a confirmed breakout. No new high, no breakout. Same thing on the bottom here. You want to see it break the wedge completely. If it doesn't break that wedge, she's heading south for the winter. If it doesn't break the wedge and goes north, all the better. Needs a little bit of time to play out. I like this hammer candle that it's throwing right there. That's a nice candle. Just needs a little bit of time. This one was brought up by someone else in the Discord. I forget his name. I apologize. This is Website AI. Okay, this is a new one. I believe he said the market cap was very low. Let me pull it up in Dex Screener here. That is WeBAI. WeBAI. There we go. Yeah, $2.5 million market cap. Very low market cap. 7 issues. Oh man, tax modifiable, tax pausable, transfer pausable, trading cooldown, buy tax, sell tax, blacklist, whitelist. Man, I don't like any of that shit. All right, but from a chart perspective, she's on an uptrend. I gotta admit that. All right, as long as it's on an uptrend, it's probably going to keep dancing along. But I think you have a certain amount of time you're allowed to buy and sell this based on the red flags I see over here. So play it safe. It's technically not a sale yet. So as long as she keeps trucking the way it is, I see nothing to run away from other than all those red flags. Finna. USDT. We'll try this one on MEXC. Yeah, man. I don't like this big fall off, but you cannot deny the uptrend. That's clean and clear and under control. It's a women's deodorant commercial. I don't like that it's playing with this 50-day moving average. If this thing fails at 50 and comes down here, that's not the end of the world. I would look to sell and rebuy down here because that's a 100, 200 moving average cross happening right there. That is a tits move. You're seeing price action come back down towards the crossing, which is often okay as long as we're above it. Stay above it, and you got a chance to go up higher later on. Might not happen all at once, but it'll eventually happen. She's way down, like in the gutter, way down. Ton of gains for this one to come back up. Just be careful. It's might be nothing. Hero. All right. Joel, good to see you. Rob says, Kaka. Yes, we've been talking about that in the Discord a lot. ADA, Sologenic. Gosh, I'm never going to be able to get all these. There's so many, dude. Yeah, Acro, that was for John. Yeah, John, that was for you, brother. He said I deleted Pepe from my watch list. I didn't know Fred Durst did crypto. That's for you, John. Yeah, we're from the same hometown, so what? I'm having a drink. Cheers to Fred Durst and Limp Bizkit for making my teenage years a fucking riot, dude. You can't tell me right now that you wouldn't fire up, break stuff on YouTube and absolutely jam out to it. If you say it, you're a damn lie, because I won't believe it. Because I know good and well, all of you will pull up Limp Bizkit, break stuff, and absolutely vibe out to it. You're a liar if you say otherwise. Everybody knows the words and everything. You know, as soon as you hear, dun, everybody knows what he's going to say. It's just one of those, you're ready for it. So I want to hear it. Safe Haven, SHA. Nice move here. This thing is extremely volatile. So because of that, I took a little bit of profits here. I'd already bought at the green lines that you see down here. I essentially just got some of my initial back and I moved it over into something else. I moved it over into Demetra. I think so. But this volatility told me, hey man, get some out before it gets wild. And then it started all this craziness. So I like what it's doing right now. This is a big, huge wedge that's broken out of. You see that? Big, huge wedge that it broke out of. And I drug the fibs a little farther, but we can take them off so it's less messy. 4X, 14X, wants to go to all-time high. 66X, I doubt all that happens, but it's a possibility. So let's keep an eye on it. Right now, she's moving up, doing pretty darn well. XPR, Proton. Bro, stop it. The chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water. Let's have a drink to that, bro. They don't remember that album. I remember that album. We used to bump that in the back of Taco Bell because back then I was working at Taco Hill. I was assistant manager. That was right around 2000, 2001, right in there. Oh, that's a good cork pop. That was right in there. And the reason I know that was because I'll never forget where I was on 9/11. I was at work that day in the drive-thru when all that happened. And I know that shortly after that, I didn't work there anymore. But I remember bumping the chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water. I'm going to do things my way. It's my way or the highway. Bro, I remember that shit. Come on now. Drink to that. I put a little less cream in it and it's better. Oh my goodness, that's so good. Dude, that's next level good, dude. I know, right, bro? Canadian 25 cents is like, Canadian $2 is like 15 cents American or something like that. It's like $7 million worth of maple syrup, but it's like 15 cents US. So I'm a cheap date. XPR. Proton. All right. So we've seen some movement recently on this one. If I'm not mistaken, this one's available on Coinbase, I think. Either way, trend's broken and she's starting to vibe up here a little bit. I don't hate it. It's almost a one bagger for me. Not quite yet. I bought the bottom here. Tickled pink about it. I'm going to leave this alone. I only put $100 in it because, hey man, this looks like a massive risk to me. So I'm being careful. SHX is asked about all the time. And I often don't do it because of the name. So I'm not going to say the name. I'll just say SHX. And that'll be it. So currently, she's just chopping along, doing a whole bunch of nothing on the weekly. On the daily, can't deny the, I didn't mean to do that. Rounded bottom here. I said it again. Can't deny that rounded bottom. Little at a time. I can't deny the uptrend either. It doesn't look terrible. Doesn't look terrible. I won't say the name because I don't like to say the name. Chapman said, I got kids, bro. You can never cruise a strip sign. Listen, riding down Franklin every Friday and Saturday night was mine and my cousin Jeremy's life, sir. That was our life. All right. That was what we looked forward to every weekend. And honestly, man, I hate that I didn't take more advantage of it because I got in a lot of fucking trouble out there, dude. Like an idiot, but that's me. So XCN, this is Onyx coin. It's on a lot of different exchanges. I got this on KuCoin. I bought the absolute dirt bottom floor, and that's why I haven't sold it because I didn't want to mess with it. This thing ran up and made a two-bagger for me. It's holding steady over 100%. Floating back and forth in between. It's right at the 236 fib. See that right there? 236 fib, and you see how she's bouncing right up above it. You simply cannot deny Fibonacci retracement. You can't do it. Gains left from where I bought 800%, 1500%, or a 48x up there at Sniper's Alley. I doubt that 48x happens. That's a long shot, okay? It's possible, but it's a long shot. I aim for the lower levels because I'm realistic and I'm not stupid, dude. Male usurp, but bro, have 90 kids, so shush. All right, last drink. That's for Chad. Bro, that is legit, son. That is legit, son. Thank you, Tex. Tex said, told you about XCN. Ori chain. So I bought this close to the bottom, not exactly the bottom. She's broken the big trend. She's over the 382 fib. Can't deny the uptrend. I'm up, I think, 300% on that. Am I about 250? Oh, that's a two-bagger. Let's move that line up. That's a two-bagger, son. Let's add another emoji to that. Wow. Two-bagger. That's what's up. So I'll leave that be for a little bit. I don't plan on selling this one. I plan on leaving it alone for the entirety of the bull market. I have a whole list. Forget about them. See that right there? I'm literally bought them and not messing. All right. And then I have these down here that I've already sold and flipped for profits. All right. And then this is the rest of the list, stuff on the DEX. Then I've got all these. These are all my actual positions. All right. No bullshit here. And before we get off here, ICP doing great. This is one of my larger positions. It just passed 100% and kept on going. The 236 fib. All right, let me specify. ICP, the 236 fib is at $10. We're currently at $6.36. From the bottom, from $3, I planned on this thing getting up here to at least the 50 fib. From $3 to the 50 fib is at least a 10 to 15x, about 14 actually. So call it a 14x. It's possible that it goes beyond that. It's possible that it goes to the 618 fib, which is $84, because we have resistance right here. All right. That's 28x or 2,800%. All right. Beyond that, it is a long shot, but it's possible that the 786 level happens up here. And that, from where I bought, is over a 90 to a 100x. That's an immense amount of market cap. I understand how much money is in ICP. I'm not an idiot. I can do math, okay? I know that's not likely. I guess it's possible, but it's not likely. So I'm banking on the 50 fib. I'll be happy with the 618. And if that 786 fib happens, party time. Do you understand? Party time, because that's worth, to me, $350,000. If that happens, that's worth $350,000. I doubt it, but I'm hopeful. So that's been an insane hour. That went by way fast. 117 people, 104 people are watching now. 94 likes, which means most of you came on here and hit like buttons. That's awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. WAP.com/team786. The special runs for about 2 more weeks for $10 a month. Then it's gone and there's no more $10 a month. Get in while you can. It'll be gone soon. Thank you. In the words of the late, great, notorious B.I.G., every single one of you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to come hung out with me. I don't even know how to express how grateful I am. It's insane. It's insane. It boggles my mind. And thank every one of y'all. I appreciate it. And lastly, make the best of your todays, the worst of your tomorrows. That's from Jay-Z. Billionaires. When billionaires speak, you shut up and listen, all right? See y'all on the next one. Sky's the limit. Zoom after this for the subs. Y'all be good. Peace.